It is the darkness which has resulted from man turning from the ways of light, or refusing to light the darkness by his own conduct.
Three, by the way.
The labor of the individual, therefore, is to bring light into darkness. First, the light coming in himself from his own darkness, and then later bestowing light upon the whole world.
I'm off that same shit that lifted Kendrick Lamar, keeping my kindred spirits away from rivals of ours, trying to keep us from our blessings, just like the fear. So I find time to stare and defy the odds, evenly balanced like water, deep. For my peers, conversations with bars, finding more light to shed. So much I find myself lurking through darkness, to shine through, declare myself as a star. Gastric, always had a strange ass taste for bitterness. Agile cat attracts curious kittens inside the den. So all this pussy's a blessing, bless it. Then get on my dick and shit. God MC with the pen, bust a rhyme and a vision. At the same time, you seem distant, and this is what you need. Don't try to cut me off.
We do not any of us have the answers to the ultimate, and we are not going to have those answers given to us. We must release them from within ourselves. Therefore, in this hemisphere of darkness, each individual must work out his own salvation with diligence. Those were the last words of the Buddha.
I'm trying to learn something new. I'm trying to surround myself with a bunch of higher beings, or at least a handful of fire starters to push the passion towards something our desires feed. Off a branch of the leaves that plant seeds. It's more than smoking weed, but digging into the earth's core for higher existence, positioning minds for meditative prescriptions. But these medicated addictions got these slipping and tripping off the shit that they thinking they fly, but these niggas is missing. Drifting up in positions they want you in. Mind you, they been running for miles, and you following, complaining how niggas jocking your style and how your lane ain't bigger enough. They gon' cut you off.
We must develop this dedication by personal effort. We must resist every day those forces and conditions which perpetuate darkness. And darkness is always lack of the final form of light, ethics, or the recognition of the essential values of integrity.
Still trying to learn something new though. Just trying to better my chances of returning the star. Look at the sky like Ptolemy Clark, perfecting my art, Payne. A far out picture, I remember my first vision. Guidelines to making my mark. Get them adapted, let them learn to be for a cause. Cause what I was taught, the game was to be sold, but it was told from a man that was broke just as he was old. Constantly talking about how the next person lived. How his grandmama died, had no reason to live. Started getting paid, living like a slave. Had no love to give, and if he did, no one stayed around to pay attention to see changes. But God became as loyal as any. Them shepherds would come, but would come around, talk his own people. Damn. Shit. And if your blood wasn't running through my veins, I would probably leave you lost, too.
If the individual goes along this pathway, he comes as in the Egyptian ritual, finally into the great hall of the twin truths in Amentet, the abode of the great god Osiris. Now Osiris has as a symbol an eye, and that eye, of course, is the sun. And this eye represents the son of the underworld. This deity then becomes the judge of the quick and the dead. And this deity is the sun in its karmic aspect. The soul of the deceased person is represented by a symbol. And this soul goes into the presence of Osiris to be judged, to be weighed in the balance.